Hello everyone, we are Corona Group and today we are here to present our research output. So please watch and enjoy. Thank you.
Hello again, and now we'll start to our group research presentation. The title of our research is The Effects of Using Organic and Organic Fertilizer in the Growth of Corn, Z-Maize. Before we proceed, I would like to introduce Mr. Christian Magporo for us to discuss the background and the objectives of the studies.
Background of the study. Corn or Zea maize is the most important cereal worldwide. According to the Department of Agriculture, corn is the second most important crop in the Philippines and most Filipinos prefer to use white corn. Soil fertility, imbalanced nutrition, disturbed soil properties are the factors that limits the productions of corn globally. Objectives. The main purpose of this study is to help the local corn farmers to identify the best fertilizer to be used in planting corn. Also, to lessen the expenses and at the same time to produce a quality product to the market.
In this part, I will discuss the scope and limitation. The scope of the study involves the time and money spent and the tools materials used in this experiment to be completed. The researchers are given a time range of experiment of 45 days starting from the day all corn seeds are planted. The experiment is conducted at Purok Paraiso Poblacion, Tubod, Surigao del Norte, within vicinity of the Co family. And we started the experiment on March 24, 2021. Next, I will discuss the significance of the study. This research is a great significance in the field of agriculture, especially to help our farmers in terms of corn cropping. The particular reason for the circumstances is to give them an idea on which fertilizer is the best to apply in corn plant, organic or inorganic. In addition, this will help certain groups and organizations such as Department of Agriculture, DA, or Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, in the sense that they find alternative products. Moreover, this will benefit certain individuals like our local farmers because they will be able to make more effective products rather than purchasing the expensive one. Lastly, this paper can serve as our related literature for future researchers who plan to explore the same topic.
So for this, it is about the conceptual framework. The researcher wanted to study and identify the fertilizer to be used in planting corn. What we have to do first is to identify the dependent and independent variables. So here, the independent variable we have is the two fertilizer, which is the organic and inorganic fertilizer. And then the dependent variable we have is the height and the number of leaves. Next is the research design. To determine the effect of organic and inorganic fertilizer on the growth of corn plants, we randomly assigned 3 groups at 21 corn plants per group. The treatments can be applied to the experimental units in a complete randomized design. So these are illustration you will see. Are factors, which is the fertilizer. Treatments, 2 types of fertilizer, which is the Carabao manure as organic fertilizer and Vitsin or Ajinomoto as inorganic fertilizer. Then the experimental unit, which is 21 corn plant from fleshy dried corn seeds. Replication. In the study has comparing the two types of fertilizers to the growth of corn plants. First treatment, we have the organic fertilizer. This is given to 7 corn plants. Second treatment, we have the inorganic fertilizer. This will given to 7 corn plants. And the third treatment, we have regular water. This is also given to 7 corn plants. Then the experiment has 21 replicates for treatment 1, 2, and 3. Treatment conditions. Apply the organic and inorganic on fertilizer corn plants every week for 45 days. Treatment amount. Treatment 1, organic fertilizer, which is the dried carabao manure. T1, which is 1 cup of organic fertilizer around the corn plant. Treatment 2, inorganic fertilizer, which is Vitsin or Ajinomoto. T2, which is the tablespoon of inorganic fertilizer mixed with 12 ounce bottle of water. Type of fertilizer, which is the dried carabao manure and Vitsin or Ajinomoto liquid type. This is the liquid type. Time duration, we have 45 days. Randomization, CDR or complete randomized design. Experimental design, single factor experiment and complete randomization design.
Data processing and statistical treatment. We, the researcher, we use observation in gathering our data in our experiment. The data were arranged in quantitative method and expressed by one-way ANOVA. We use one-way ANOVA to compute our data because our variables has 3 independent variables. So it is the best to use ANOVA if you have 3 independent variables to determine the difference between the variables. Afterwards, the statistical treatment and experiment in complete randomization design was used to test the difference and significance of the fertilizer used. Result and discussion. In the data result, it shows that there are significant difference in terms of height cm in the corn plant across the 3 groups. If 2.18 equals 29.96 and its p-value is equals to less than 0.001. The dependent variable accounts for 76.9% of the variance in terms of the height cm. So we will reject the null hypothesis because our p-value is less than the significant level. So it means that there are significant difference between the 3 groups: the organic fertilizer, inorganic fertilizer, and our control group. It reveals also that in terms of height in the corn plant, using organic fertilizer has the mean of 172.957 and has a standard deviation of 2.179. It means that the organic fertilizer are significantly taller than those corn plant using inorganic fertilizer that has a mean of 154.943 and its standard deviation is 6.357 and has the p-value of less than 0.001. Moreover, those corn plant without using any fertilizer has a mean of 154.943 and a standard deviation of 6.357. It is also means that the corn without using fertilizer are significantly shorter than with those using organic fertilizer, that the p-value has less than 0.001. Although the result in terms of the number of leaves in the corn, it reveals that there is no significant difference between the group because our p-value is greater than the significant level. So in this research, the data shows that if the number of if the in terms of height in planting cores using two different fertilizer, it shows that it has significant difference between the three groups, the organic, inorganic, and the control group. But in the terms of number of leaves, it shows that there is no significant difference between the three groups. Conclusion. We conclude that the types of fertilizer used has significantly affect the growth of corn plant in terms of height. Because if you use organic fertilizer, the height of the corn was taller than those using inorganic fertilizer. But in the number of leaves, there is no significant difference between the two, the organic and organic fertilizer. In this research also, we conclude that that using organic fertilizer, Carabao manure, is more effective in increasing the growth in terms of height of the corn plant. So, because of this research, we find out that using organic fertilizer is the best to use in planting corn or zimis than using inorganic fertilizer. So, we done in our group research presentation. Thank you for listening, and I hope you are all healthy and take care of yourself in this kind of pandemic. Please wear masks, bring alcohol, and use face shield. Thank you and God bless.